set coming up for you in here. In actually BmX this time, not RM8 with the 3-syllable tags messing me up. Going up against Lukechito.
Yes, sir, Lukechito.
Never heard of this guy, or this person.
Has been in these DNAs before. I'm pretty sure he's getting top 8'd. You know, I remember that. I only remember because I know we don't see many Meta Knights, and whenever I recall putting one in bracket, you know, I'm just like, oh yeah, this is that Meta Knight. But yeah, they've been pretty solid here, and Meta Knight is really, it's really hard to encompass as a character because there's a lot of things that Meta Knight does well or has that's good, and then there's a lot of things that just are like inconsistent.
Yeah, the only other likes of Meta Knight that I remember. Oh
no.
That was a certified Wi-Fi moment brought to you by BmX. Just hitting. That was not. That might have been a fair, but that was not a fair trade practice because this game is not even now because of that. Wild. But yeah, no, I remember. For the most of what I remember from Meta Knight with DNA is Raptor. You remember? You remember Raptor, like the guy that I thought he was like the Long Island one. I'm like, he plays Meta Knight now. I'm like, what?
Yeah, the Yoshi.
Back there's gonna take the stock. This is the kind of character that really, like, you know, Meta Knight, of course, no projectiles, kind of limited range despite having technically a disjoint in the sword. He's the definition of, like, a burst character because he gets so much off of his little straight hits and off of dash attacks specifically that I feel like if you know or focus your game plan on how to play around that one move, that alone should give you a much easier time against Meta Knight.
Yeah, I think so, too. I think, you know, like many characters in this game, you know, the raw data might not be on your side, but you kind of have your unique things you do and that really work, but it really comes down to knowing the matchups because there's so many of them. So if you play one of these characters that's a little bit more underrepresented or, you know, like there isn't really a whole lot of big Meta Knight representation, right? So it's not like you have these guys really able to watch VODs, advance meta on that. You know, the meta gets carried on people who would also like VODs. You know, it's not like Leo's out here still playing Meta Knight, but with that in mind, you don't always know the matchups, and then if you're out here maining Meta Knight, you just know tech and you know when stuff like that's gonna hit.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, this character is not as... he still has a lot of the explosive nature that he's had in prior games. He just has to work a little bit... He's just got to work a little bit harder for it now. You know, like, it's not as, his combos are a little more frame tight than they used to be. Not that they don't work, but, like, it's just something that Meta Knight has to work a little bit harder for, where some other characters really don't. I feel like Wolf has, like... I feel like Wolf has the potential to really shut a character like Meta Knight down, not only just with his, like, sheer superior, what am I trying to say here? His,
got a lot of
not frame data, his priority. That's the word I was looking for.
No,
like, you know, his nair is just going to beat a lot of his attacks, you know?
And honestly, it has, there's that, and then in addition to that, Wolf having a little bit of a weird, you know, I don't want to say an underwhelming recovery because, if you're good at saving your jumps, you know, you get back on stage and you recover. But the thing about Meta Knight has some moves with some really crazy knockback and weird trajectories. So, you know, if you're Wolf and you're, you know, recovery's a little questionable to begin with, you find yourself in really awkward situations really quick.
Yeah, you can, like, sort of, like, be, like, focused on DIing, like, his up air ladders, like, just hard SDIing up and away or down and away, depending on your character's weight. But, you know, you also might wind up just be putting yourself elongatedly in a bad position. You know what I mean? Because you'll just be so focused on DIing away, all the while you're still getting hit. Then all of a sudden you're that far away off the level as Wolf when your recovery is already kind of sus. So I definitely agree with you on that one, Chris.
Yeah, man. So let's see, though, if BmX could now finish his foot, and I think that must have been a misinput, dude. Or really just thought that he was going to hit that, because it was possible. It was very ambitious. But
that looked pretty intentional to me.
Yeah, I don't know how you flub quite that hard, but I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. It was ambitious. I'm just that's the word I'm going to stick to.
Yeah, and you know, you're down on even stocks, you know, like you already SD'd very, like, at the beginning of the game. If you feel like you know your percents, then absolutely go for it. But apparently he just was a little off, or at the very least, maybe not BmX, Lukechito's DI was just on par that time around. Might have been down and away or something. Either way, I agree with you. Very ambitious, but that's the high risk to the high reward for you right there. It would
have been hype. It would have been a fantastic clip. I won't argue with that. The SD to winning the game, but you win the game first. You know, the classic. but in any case, dude, I don't know. I feel like BmX basically gave Lukechito a bit of a gift there. So we'll see if Lukechito takes that to the bank, or I don't know. I mean, BmX looked pretty solid the whole game, so you're gonna have to be careful.
He kind of gave him like two gifts, because that SD at the beginning was one of the rawest I've ever seen in my life. Like, he just
Oh,
fared
yeah,
off the stage and said,
already
my
forgot.
people need me, my friends. And you can tell, I mean, you could say he played solidly, but apparently that is not what's going on in the mind of BmX right now. He is going right to this Sonic the Hedgehog on the 30th anniversary of the character himself. Shoutouts to the Symphony. I didn't get to see it because I was at work. I'll check it out later. But yeah, it's, go on.
No, I was gonna say Sonic and Minecraft too, and we do have Minecraft music, so, well, Minecraft music, Smash Edition. But,
Yeah.
But,
I love how they reference the trailer and, like, the promos, too.
yep.
Yeah, that was pretty hype.
Dude, it's very cool, actually. But in any case, I guess probably BmX, you know, I don't know if this is a character that is... I saw him play Wolf earlier. The Wolf has looked pretty good from what I've seen. Nice tech there. So I don't know what we have to see with the Sonic, but the only thing I could think of initially is probably more comfortable off stage or in situations that we were talking about earlier where, you know, maybe Meta Knight hits you with a tornado in a place where you get sent horizontally and then you're just dead. Sonic won't really have that issue, but back air is going to kill you all the same, whether you're a hedgehog or a wolf.
Yeah, you know, one of the most mobile characters in this game. He definitely doesn't have as much to worry about when it comes to, you know, the raw burst options of a character like Meta Knight. But at the end of the day, there are some trade-offs to that. You saw that situation that we saw at the left side right there as BmX goes for the charge up smash, gonna eat a meaty punish for it. Meta Knight, oh, good catch with the back air below the stage. The thing with Meta Knight is that, of course, you know, he's got wings. He's got multiple jumps. So gimping, as far as Sonic goes with gimping with the spring, that's pretty much virtually off the table unless Lukechito really messes up his recoveries. Like, see, he got hit by it there, but what's the risk? Even if he gets hit off the wall and misses his tech, he'll be totally fine. So that's one comfort zone that I feel like BmX is going to have to work around in this game.
Yeah, that's... Yes. And the thing is now BmX is in a position where we're sort of having to work around what was a little bit of a early deficit, and now looks to be a possible lead in the making because, you know, sort of running circles around Lukechito a little bit, who's now gonna be thrown out attacks, just trying to interrupt Sonic's fast movement, and almost gets a really good read on that F smash.
Just a slight misspacing is what saved BmX's life right there. I like the empty hop right there for into the down smash. I feel like Meta Knight in this matchup is gonna have to focus on like some unconventional ways to get in, you know, because we all know Meta Knight. He loves that dash attack, gets pretty much most of what's game plan off of that move specifically, right? Sonic, however, I feel like if he charges his spin dash enough right there to the point where it's yellow, he'll get that he'll get those iframes out in time. And correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not all too familiar with this matchup. I'm gonna go ahead and imagine that move will beat dash attack, or at the very least trade with it. As you can tell, Lukechito very unconfident to go for the dash attack right there instead. I feel like he knows something that I probably don't, and that move will probably lose. So I feel like Lukechito is going to have to think outside the box, at the very least on top of the Y-axis. Focus on getting in on Sonic from above.
Yeah, as F-tilt is going to now give BmX, you know, not firm yet lead, but a pretty good one as he mounts a little bit more damage here, and Sonic could be the pick here going under the stage. Dude, I always say this, I'm like, if you don't know what's going on in Smash Brothers, you see someone go under the stage and recover, you're just like, yo, this guy's good. Like, this dude knows what they're doing, they're good, they just went under the stage. But anyway,
I can definitely say that's true. I mean, I actually had an interview today, and he was talking to me about competitive Smash. He's just like, yeah, man, some of those competitive players are crazy. You know, they do like wacky stuff like that. And, you know, like, so from a semi-casual perspective, but knows a little about comp. You know, I totally know what you're saying.
But yeah, dude, because not every character could do that, but the ones that can really does buy you a lot of extra life and some extra room, especially when you start to get a tight situation here. Because BmX, you know, is fighting for a Game 3 here. This is a situation where winner does move to winner semis. The winner will be playing RM8, so doesn't want to go out at this point. Instead, gonna see if he can fend off all these flurries of hitboxes coming out from Lukechito.
No, BmX is confident. He's feeling really confident in his pick. I don't know if you noticed. He caught Meta Knight dashing in with a grab. Just a total standing grab. That's when you're like not like holding in and you're not doing like committal options or like run-in dash grabs or whatever. When you're going for your standing grabs because you know your opponent is gonna come in with a willy-nilly like Hail Mary option against you, that's how you know you're confident. In BmX, with a much better lead than he had in that first game with the Sonic the Hedgehog counterpick, you can tell that he's feeling himself in this game number 2, definitely wanting a game number 3. The question is Lukechito gonna give it to him? He's doing a really good job keeping it even right now. You gotta be careful up there. Oh man, I love it.
I was going to say, F Smash doesn't care. Yeah, dude, that is going to be a 2-0 for Lukechito off of the heels of BmX, you know, early stock SD, and then what was the other thing that happened before that was funky? I don't know. But anyways, oh yeah.
Oh, that was when he like tried to wolf flash him.
That was it.
Like
Yeah,
out of the down throw, and it's just very this better work.
I gotta
like,
tell you, I appreciate the bravado of that.
Oh, it's hype. It's always hype.
Because when it connects, some days it hits, some days it doesn't. So it's cool. But I'm gonna flop. Actually, you know, I think I could do this without. I think I could do this smoothly. I think I could leave you literally on the screen.